coach staffer who went over racist posts, and they did rehire that individual. Well, I think let's not get distracted by some of the other.
Talk about this down in the comments, but there's a blogger who's been putting all this shit out about Megan Thee Stallion as it relates to Tory Lanez and his father. They're going to court right now. And this blogger is being sued by Megan Thee Stallion. So, and I sent that to Madison today, and I said, see, this blogger, there you go, I knew y'all was going to know. I don't really talk about her because she don't like me either. See, I don't know who she is. I know who those people are. I don't really talk about any of them. But see, I sent that to Madison. I didn't know that. I sent that to Madison today because I said, this is what you need to do. You need to sue that bitch over there in that shoe closet. Because that's cyberbullying. And I've been saying that to Madison for years. I was like, that is cyberbullying, what that girl is doing to you.
Sharply created marker, fine tip, art-based innovation, our finest design.
This is Buick now. Buick.
Online, as it relates to going all the way back to that bathroom shit, when she was trying to say that she didn't like black women, and like all that shit she was doing, that's cyberbullying. And I said, you really need to sue that bitch. And that's what's happening with Megan Thee Stallion and this girl right here that you guys just wrote about. So that's different. So if I'm at an event and she's at an event, I'm not going to be talking and keep getting back over her. What I'm saying is, in the instance of like a Nicki and a Cardi, when they bump heads for whatever reason, she hasn't, Cardi hasn't, in my opinion, from my point of view, hasn't done anything to attack Nicki and done.
Well, that's what see, this is why I don't want to get into that.
Okay, we ain't got to get
and this is why I never have any conversations around it.
Yeah.
I never do.
Right.
I never have any conversations around it because I don't want to get into that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I
just don't.
And I get that.
And because I have to work out here, and I don't want to be.
I agree. Whoever did Centel said it would be like me running into just hilarious.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna be laughing at her because I see.
Well, we also know that Just Hilarious, if they put Just Hilarious at an event that has something to do with trans women, I'm gonna definitely be looking at those people's side.
But it falls into what we were saying at the top of the show. It's no different than them booking some of these reality stars that are anti-queer.
You know, I'm definitely gonna be looking at those motherfucking people's sideways because it's like, what the fuck y'all don't see about this ragged ass bitch?
Right.
You know how this ragged ass bitch feel about that girl. What are you putting money in this whole pocket for?
Yeah. Exactly.
Why are you even booking me at a place with this raggedy ass bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that doesn't mean that I won't come to the event knowing that this is for the cause. I won't be at the event at the event because this is a cause that affects my community.
Right. Yeah. No, I get that. Absolutely.
And so I just watched. I saw the people post stuff, and I'm like, girl, get out of here. Like, y'all get the fuck out of here. Like, bro, y'all miss me with this shit.
Yeah.
That we are at a place. This is to raise money for something that's going to save the lives of millions of people. Millions of people.
Yeah.
Not two people.
Yeah.
But millions of people in both of the ladies' families.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what else have you done?
I'd like for you to take part in to mend your relationship. Since you asked.
No, I asked you what happened.
Since you asked.
I asked you what happened.
Since you asked.
There's nothing for me to mend because I have no issue.
I'd like for you to mend your relationship.
Tell the people.
Since you asked.
I'm over here now. Tell the people what happened. I have no issue with Tamar. I have never had an issue with Tamar. I want you to tell the people what Tamar said to you. Or is that too far?
No, she just said she doesn't. She
came over to you and said
she doesn't really know why. No, we just in a conversation. She doesn't really know why she said because she likes you. And I told her that you like her too.
Exactly. I don't have an issue with Tamar. So if Tamar sees this, I have told you many times before, even at the show in New York, I don't have a problem with Tamar. That was just a teacher teachable moment, in my opinion. It was not about me not liking Tamar, and I thought we were good. And I text her the next day after that whole brouhaha that happened in New York, and I thought we were good.
Well, maybe you guys look into space because I don't think that there's animosity in between either.
There's no animosity for me.
And there,
I also think, like, everybody talks about it, they get the thing multiple times.
yes,
And whatever you say, it's a friend, you have to relive those moments.
Yeah.
You guys have to make it through what everybody else
Right.
constantly. So I think they can rehash certain feelings.
yeah, and just like Nini and I were together and we were talking, and she didn't like a lot of the discourse that was around the conversation that we had, and because I don't feel a way about her.
Yeah.
And she didn't like the TMZ act, whatever. Right. And we talked about that. TMZ, I like it, I like it, I like it. And I said to her that I think that she and I really need to revisit the conversation again and speak to the discourse around it.
Right.
Not all this up and down, what had happened, so that people can know I like her. But I also know that she is a black woman.
Right.
And I also know that she is a black woman who is like any other black women out there who have their thoughts, their feelings, who may not be who may not mean any harm.
We're gonna have a good time
Yeah,
in here.
who may not mean any harm, but have been indoctrinated with the thoughts and the things.
Yeah. And that was my thing. Like, again, I did not have an issue with Tamar.
Portia, hold on. Who misgendered me? I never misgendered me.
I don't know why she was
Oh, they said we stop making excuses for growing. Okay.
But no, in terms of the Tamar thing, I didn't care that she went on the radio show and talked about it. I didn't care that she talked about it on the red carpet.
Trigger, those should have called me again.
As
Yes,
you're
like,
looking
bro,
now,
she's
this
fucking.
world doesn't even comment. There's nothing new or interesting
Yeah.
about someone in my
I
life.
didn't care that she talked about it. It was the way, in my opinion, of how she handled it. And it was not just my opinion, and it's not me being sensitive and all that other stuff. When you look at the posts all over social media, there was a barrage who said the same thing. It was like, well,
But this is something that but this is something that I'm like, be on this because everybody here is going to have this video. That's how everybody here is going to have the I'm mentally independent over here and working and have one off. So I started writing, oh, TS is straight. TS is talking all this stuff about this lady. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
We're not to stay in one place.
Bitch, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm almost 50. Are you fucking crazy? Are you motherfucking crazy, bitch?
Right.
Are you crazy? I'm almost 50-year-old grown ass lady. In between, bitch. Are you crazy? Man, leave me alone.
Okay. Yeah.
Bitch. What I have. And so, I'm not gonna do that. And that's so even when Kiki and I was there, okay, we can talk about the thing like we're there talking about like you know what I'm saying? I really think that we need to just like speak. I really think I like it. But we need to speak to the discourse that happened. Just like the cherry in the
Yeah.
in a week. Are we supposed to have discourse course, around, I talked about, I rubbed her on her back and I said, listen, I have empathy with things. Now, being an older lady, that's L-A-D-I-E.
How you spell lady?
L-A-D-I-E.
How you spell it?
L-A-D-I-E.
Lady. A-X, you're missing an E.
Being a older lady. Because you remember Lady in the Tramp? Yes, she was it all. Yes, she was. But she was that was one of my first favorite movies. That was one of my first favorite movies. That was one of my first favorite. She wasn't here. She was it all. Right. But she was a lady. Right. Right. She was a lady. And there was a tramp. And there was a tramp.
Bitch, you are fucking stupid. She was all.
Yes, indeed.
And so, where was I from?
You said like Lady in the Tramp.
So before that,
You were saying you're a full-grown lady.
and then before that.
We are all the way off.
Yeah, so we spoke about this and I wrote to you that I want you to, there are things I want you to do. And as I was ministering to her, I was ministering also to myself. Speak over yourself.
Yeah.
Because only the me.
Brave. Got it.
If you want, be close to yourself.
Yeah.
Encourage yourself in the Lord. Oh, and so I want people to really understand that I'm trying to get in a more mature place with the way that I present, in a more mature place in the way that I govern myself, because I understand. Listen, I told y'all this shit. The only bitch that made me step outside just recently was Jess from the
Right.
That's the only bitch that made me step outside of my comfort zone. Just because I have really been behaving.
You really have been, and I really
God damn. It's always a bitch on.
Oh, the enemy don't have no wall. Don't have no wall.
I mean, like, I really did not think that you were going to be this consistent. Because, I mean, to be honest, that is the only time that you really, is with Jazz. I was like, back on 3,000. Right, I was like, this bitch going to be back on 3,000 in 7 to 10 business days.
Well, it is because when I went to Essence,
Yeah,
and I watched those people move tables,
yeah,
mountains,
yeah.
security, people for the TS.
Yeah.
Do you not know who that is?
Yeah.
That's the TS.
Yes.
And yeah, it was. It was them in the argument saying, because they were I was online, and I got into a chat with somebody with them, and when I got to the chat, it was just like, they had stated, we have one of the biggest people in the LGBTQI community, and I had to stand back and say, now these are hetero, cis people who view me, even though they married me, eat me, did all of this stuff to me, they still had reverence for my presence.
That's it. Yes, that's it. Yeah.
And I said to myself, nah, you can't govern yourself like any other stranger, because you're not just any other stranger on the street.
It doesn't matter what they're saying in the comments or on these blogs.
Yeah, I'll still get you though, bitch.
Yeah, now I will eat you up.
Yeah.
And then my daughter was flying up, and my daughter was coming inside and drag you by the back of your neck.
You straight down in those comments over there.
But I had to understand.
Somebody said T.S. Jennifer Lewis.
I get the message. I had to understand that me tiptoeing through, even like tiptoeing through the straight events, gay events, like events, period, that they like, it's Diaz.
Yeah.
The whispers of,
I'm gonna tell you the first time I really felt it since we've been doing this was when we went to the Beyonce show and we came in from the back of the stage and then they brought us out.
Where we come in from,
From the back of the stage.
from the back.
From the
But
back.
we were escorted through.
We were escorted through, and we were coming in from like behind the stage, and then you could see the stadium, and we could hear the people yelling, "Fans, yes, fans!" Like you could just or tiptoeing them, like they were saying like catchphrases from the show. And I was just like, man. First of all, it was shocking to me because it was coming.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow.
It was faint voices coming from afar. So the fact that they could see and hear, I mean, see us, I just thought it was crazy. So that was the first time that I saw it. So I know you've been doing this and experiencing this for a long time. And that's just it. It's just like, you gotta command it and understand that you ain't gotta respond to all that shit.
No,
I mean, you do.
yeah, I do, especially when it's a person that has a platform like Jeff. It's just like, especially somebody like that's making that's walks in complete hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Who wants somebody to wear the that's going to protect the black women, but yet you're also with the gun against the black women's head. And the trainee is over there advocating to protect the black women, whether they're lesbian or straight, and yet you're over there cooped up with the men doing the nigga shit.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And so, yeah, and I'm trying to get better with letting her slide. But I'm like, nah, nigga, every time you get this, I'm gonna knock them, but I gotta realize that she's not a man,
Yeah.
or she's not a light, or she's not a figure. She may represent a community of people that feel a way about the rock. I'm crying. But bitch, I walk in a room with countless voices.
Yeah.
With
The Speaker Mike Johnson is refusing to swear her in. The Arizona Attorney General now has a plan to try and
SU News at 10 starts right now.
And tonight, Mayor-elect Helena Moreno shares her goals for her first 100 days in office.
And as she prepares to lead the city this evening, she met with former Mayor Mark Morial for tips on transitioning to her new role. WDSU reporter Jasmine Franklin live with more on Moreno's plans once she takes office. Jasmine. Well, Gina, tonight, Mayor-elect Helena Moreno says she is committed to urgency and accountability. With an overwhelming majority of the vote in this election, she says she is committed to making change within her first 100 days in office.
It has to be about having a real reset around our basic city services.
Mayor-elect Helena Moreno shares her first plans once she takes office.
Making sure that we keep our street lights on, that our traffic lights work, getting a street maintenance program going.
With her official inauguration date months away, Moreno says she's not wasting any time.
About how I'm just really working nonstop right now to get ready for transition, to make sure that on day one, I am ready to take office.
New Direction, New Orleans. That's the initiative Moreno announced on Tuesday as she prepares to lead the city.
I've committed to support Mayor-elect Moreno in her transition and beyond.
Former Mayor Mark Morial, who served from 1994 to 2002, met with Moreno. He shared insight on creating a smooth transition between mayoral administrations.
My appeal to the people of New Orleans is it is time to unite behind their new leader.
Moreno says she has discussed the transition with current Mayor LaToya Cantrell, and right now she's building her team.
And I'm just really excited to now finally be in the work, to be now in transition, to start planning these first 100 days, to start planning, my first year, to start putting this team together.
And tonight, Moreno says that tomorrow she will announce her co-chairs on her transition team. We'll continue to bring you all more updates. But for now, reporting live tonight outside of City Hall, I'm Jasmine Franklin, WDSU News. Mayor-elect Helena Moreno's transition comes as the city is facing upwards of a $100 million deficit. While Moreno is not part of the planning of next year's budget, the city council got to work on facing the challenges ahead. She's still doing her work on the council. During today's first budget hearing, the focus was listening, but also looking for ways to save money and make city operations more efficient. Leaders want to review things like consultants, contracts, and overtime costs that have skyrocketed across city agencies.
Really important to make sure that as we have the fiscal challenges we're trying to work through, that we don't wake up in March, April, and say, oh no, we have another problem.
And we are told the legislative auditor is scheduled to be at tomorrow's budget hearing, and we could find out the actual size of the deficit.
The transition will swing for Slidell Mayor-elect Randy Kendall. The city announced his inauguration ceremony will take place October 21st at 10 a.m. at the Slidell Municipal Auditorium. Daniel Cicino will also be sworn in as interim police chief, taking over for Vandal, who is currently chief of police. A former Lafourche Parish correctional officer is behind bars, accused of supplying drugs to an inmate. The sheriff's office says 20-year-old Natasha Brown was fired upon her arrest yesterday. They say she's accused of giving out synthetic marijuana at the Lafourche Parish Correctional Complex and admitted to her involvement when questioned. They also learned of a second incident where she tried to bring drugs into another facility. She faces several charges, including malfeasance in office.
Community members coming together with police in an effort to curb crime and foster relationships. Gretna Police hosted its Night Out Against Crime event tonight at Melot Park in Gretna. That included music, a parade, bounce houses, and so much more. Police say events like these are important for forming connections, which help to keep the city safe.
This is an opportunity for us to celebrate partnership. It's about, getting together with the community, being able to see old friends, make new friends. It's an opportunity for everyone to be in the same space and celebrate what law enforcement does on a day-to-day basis.
Other Southeast Louisiana communities are also hosting night out celebrations in the coming days. Kenner's event is Saturday at the Pontchartrain Center parking lot, and New Orleans Police will host an event at the Rosenwald Rec Center on October 21st.
Well, happening tomorrow, the Supreme Court will take up Louisiana's congressional map, focusing on the state's second majority black district. Now, the map was passed after voters successfully sued over a previous map that included one majority-minority district out of 6. That's despite a third of the state's population being minorities. Attorney General Liz Murrell is expected to argue tomorrow that race-based redistricting under Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is unconstitutional.
The government shutdown is nearing the 2-week mark as both Republicans and Democrats continue to blame each other for the deep division. Tomorrow, the Senate will vote for a 9th time on a funding bill after a vote failed tonight. That bill would have funded the government through November 21st. Both sides continuing to accuse each other of playing political games with healthcare subsidies as the main sticking point.
We did not load up the temporary funding bill with any Republican priorities or partisan priorities at all. I don't have anything that I can take off of that document to make it more palatable for them.
Well, our position from the very beginning is that we want to sit down, have a bipartisan discussion. Now we want to reopen the government and act a spending agreement that actually makes life better for the American people.
Well, this comes as some airports are refusing to play a video showing Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem intending to highlight the impacts of the shutdown on TSA. Officials at Louis Armstrong International Airport saying that they are evaluating whether or not to play that video. Ruby Slipper is stepping up to help workers impacted during the government shutdown. They're offering free meals for up to $20 through the end of October. You must show your government.
And a 16-year-old is behind bars tonight, accused in a shooting on LSU's campus during Saturday's homecoming game against South Carolina. Baton Rouge police say it happened on Highland Road after a fight broke out. The teen is charged with attempted murder and having a gun on school property. Governor Jeff Landry has ordered state police to create a security plan for Saturday's game between LSU and Texas A&M following the shoot. The St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's Office forms a new partnership in hopes of preventing online child exploitation. The Sheriff's Office says that it's partnered with the Attorney General's Office as part of the Louisiana Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. They'll work with state and federal partners to identify offenders and to protect children. Sheriff James Pullman says that they are proud to join forces and says partnerships like this play a vital role in keeping children safe. And Governor Jeff Landry is targeting what he says is the influence of Chinese artificial intelligence systems on Louisiana universities and state agencies. He put pen to paper on an executive order banning the use of free AI tools created and operated by what he calls our hostile foreign governments. Governor Landry said the order puts American and Louisiana first and prevents the Chinese Communist Party from spying or stealing from our citizens.
The Pelicans facing off against the Rockets not here at home, but over in Birmingham tonight.
That's right. Julian Mitchell with our sister station in Birmingham is live with a look at all the big Julian and why this game is such a sweet homecoming for one player.
Well, hello from the Magic City Legacy Arena here. And you're right, it was an extra special day for Pelicans' own Herb Jones. I'm going to let you see this over here because Herb has been out here giving out hugs, taking pictures with this crowd of fans. It was much larger. Everyone took some pictures here. So he's been through a lot of 2 jerseys. I know he used to wear 5, so a few of those 2 as a Greensboro native came back to the area. It was here on this Ford Legacy Arena Jones led his high school, Hale County, to his first state championship. He then went on to star in Alabama, where he was named SEC Player of the Year in 2021. Now he's making waves with the Pelicans, all-defensive first team in 2024. And I was able to catch up with some of Jones' family, talk about this night, and the man, Herb is.
We're just happy to be here. It was like to be able to watch the whole journey, like from New York City to now. It's kind of surreal, actually. His name is my dad. He's the youngest of the grandchildren, and he carries the name Herbert Jones well. Because he's just a spitting image of my dad, of the legacy. Very cool. Even with the big contract, he had changed the way he do, the way he lives.
I think you can see it here. Nothing has changed. He has time for everyone. He may be here all night, takes pictures and seeing everybody, but a special night for her and his family. Finished night with 10 points. Rockets didn't win this game, but I think that's all you need right there. That's something special. Live in Birmingham. I'm Julian Mitchell.
All right, Jody, thank you. Coming up later in sports versus Russian basketball will have a homecoming from tonight's game.
In a few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how long this nice weather pattern is expected to last, if we can see rain chances coming up in the near future, and also a check on the tropics. I'm still watching Lorenzo, not the best looking storm right now. I'll show you where it's going coming up after the break.
You see a lot of people who come in struggling with fentanyl.
Well, the North Shore is seeing a surge of drug overdoses. The warning tonight about what's being called green fentanyl and just how dangerous it is.
When new leaders step forward,
The next mayor, sheriff, and city council races are all on the line.
more people turn to WDSU
The hard work is actually just ahead.
for debates that drill down on the big issues,
People who are supposed to be inside the jail stays inside the jail.
to election night with expert analysis
Is that going to be an indication to how this race could go?
and complete coverage of every race. WDSU News, New Orleans' #1 choice for live election coverage.
Protect your truck with the best from Undercover. For over 15 years, Tupper World Truck Accessories has been protecting your truck from the worst. Choose from Undercover painted, non-paint, and molding covers. Come by one of our 2 locations in Slidell or Gulfport.
Your security so fast. Their travel itinerary is still well written on the best of them. And you have access to the position that exists. That's why you're ready national. Because travel is the competition. Except that fits.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks. Like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability becomes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all singles to 1,500 models. See your super Chevy dealers.
I'm not him. Sorry, guys. I'm not him. I'm not Jack.
Because a car that doesn't make you feel recognized is a car that stops short of amazing.
Protect your truck with the best from Undercover. For over 15 years, Tupper World Truck Accessories has been protecting your truck from the worst. Choose from Undercover painted, non-paint, and molding covers. Come by one of our 2 locations in Slidell or Gulfport.
Well, a dire warning tonight about a new drug. It's called green fentanyl, and it's causing overdoses and deaths.
Law enforcement officials on the North Shore warned it's about 50 times more potent than heroin. The Canada Sheriff's Office says it could easily be mistaken for cannabis or a less potent drug. Officials say it has green coloring and a chalk-like or gel-like, tar-like texture. It says it's potentially deadly. They say in almost all cases, people don't know what they're ingesting.
That you don't know. You know, these things aren't, manufactured in a, FDA-approved lab. This stuff is mixed up in 5-gallon buckets. It's mixed up in bottles.
The sheriff says the use of green fentanyl has been linked to a recent increase in opioid-related emergency calls on the North Shore.
Things are getting heated today as a fired safety and permits director fights back to get her job back. Deborah Goldstein was terminated after she and her attorney claimed that she blew the whistle on issues within the department. Today, her attorney claimed the city is withholding documents. City attorneys Goldstein was terminated after she refused to review third-party inspection documents, calling it insubordination and neglect of duty. Goldstein said she felt the assignment was unlawful and she would be at risk.
It's to people in New Orleans that feel the department's not safe. Do you disagree?
Communication is what we need.
This process hasn't been working, and so you're relying on a process that doesn't work, and it's been flawed from day one. And instead of owning that and fixing it, there's just this wall of we're going to do it this way.
Today's hearing comes as the city's inspector general issued a report slamming the department, saying safety and permits continues to lack internal organization and accountability.
Tonight, we're learning more about a shoplifting incident and police chase through multiple parishes that left a Houma man behind bars. Slidell police say 51-year-old Sean LeBlanc is accused of shoplifting at Dick's Sporting Goods on Town Center Parkway just after 7 last night. That's in Slidell. They say he then led them on a chase to New Orleans East and then back to Slidell. At one point, he drove into a fence at the Slidell airport but kept on driving. Police say he was eventually stopped. He faces several charges, including aggravated flight from an officer, hit and run, and shoplifting. Smitty's Supply is now taking its own legal action after the massive plant explosion rocked the Roseland community back in August. Smitty's filed a lawsuit against Fulton Boiler Works and J&M Boiler Combustion Control Services. Smitty's alleges Fulton Boiler Works sold a defective thermal fluid heater, and they also claim J&M was negligent in its installation. Smitty's also says it did not cause or contribute to the fire. J&M said that they have not been the service provider for Smitty's for years, and they say it may have been caused by Smitty's lack of maintenance. We reached out to Fulton Boiler Works, and we're still waiting to hear back. To date, more than 10 million gallons of oily water have been recovered from area waterways.
All right, well, this nice weather looks like it's going to stick around here for at least a couple more days before we could see some weather changes, and I'm talking actually a chance of rain, in the forecast as we head into this weekend. But for now, enjoy. It's a beautiful evening out there, and we can all really thanks to what's happening in the upper levels of the atmosphere in response to this upper-level high-pressure system just off to the west of us across eastern Texas, and you see that spin there. That is that area of high pressure pumping in all of the dry air that is needed to fuel those clear skies and sunshine, and that's what we got going on here right now with the clear skies even as we head into the overnight hours as well. You can see southeast Louisiana all day long today has been pretty much cloud-free. Temperatures into the 60s on the North Shore. We're seeing 70s, though, South Shore. In fact, just shy of 80 in both New Orleans and also in Kenner. We got 60s down towards Valchase, upper 60s to lower 70s nearing the coast, though. Next 12 hours looks like this, very similar to what we got now with clear skies in place. Temperatures upper 60s to low 70s. By tomorrow morning, still looking sunny there. Temperatures warming up to 81 degrees by 11. I think tomorrow is going to be a pretty warm day, to say the least here, at least for this time of the year. But you can see as we head into overnight tonight through tomorrow morning, skies will continue to remain nice and clear. We expect lots of sunshine once again heading into the day tomorrow. Notice how we don't see any clouds developing here either because the atmosphere is just way too dry to allow the clouds to develop. But as we head into early Thursday morning, there could be a little bit of moisture developing on the ground, and that could allow for some fog development. So we could see some patchy areas of some dense fog that could affect the morning commute Thursday morning. So that's just something that we're watching right now. The rest of the day Thursday, though, is looking nice. A lot of sunshine here yet again in the forecast, and that is not changing anytime soon. But I'll show you, though, we could expect some changes, but you can see through the day again on Thursday, looking good. We could say the same thing for Friday as well. I'm going to fast forward to Saturday because that is where we're watching this cold front back to the west of us. You can see out ahead of it, all this green area, that is moisture containing rain and maybe even some possible thunderstorms. So that's something that we have to watch out for out ahead of the system as we head into Saturday. And then behind that front, things return pretty much to where they are right now, which is clear skies, dry air, and sunshine. Behind the front, we're going to be looking at maybe a slight drop in humidity and a slight drop in temperatures, but high pressure builds in to help reinforce the sunshine. Like I said, pretty much what we have going on here now and pretty much what we've seen these last several days is coming back heading into next week. Rainfall forecast, not very impressive with that system, probably less than a half an inch, maybe some locally higher totals, but we're not expecting a washout with the system. It's just upping our rain chances here just a little bit for this weekend in general. In the tropics, I am watching Lorenzo. This is a very lopsided, very disorganized looking tropical storm. In fact, just by looking at this alone, it's barely a tropical storm right now. It's been battling very strong upper level winds and also not the best moisture environment, still struggling with dry air. That's the National Hurricane Center update as of 10 o'clock tonight. It's moving north-northwest to 12 with winds of 40 miles an hour, which, again, barely makes it a tropical storm. There's the forecast track moving towards the northeast, and it will stay across the open waters of the North Atlantic through the end of this week, and it may even dissipate here after Thursday, and after that, we'll say goodbye to Lorenzo. Elsewhere in the tropics are quiet, but say around October 22nd through the 28th, we could be watching a tropical wave make its way into the Caribbean Sea, and we'll just be watching for the possibility of development out of this right now. Greater than 40% odds that something could develop near the end of the month. So something that we're just watching right now. But that's your WDSU First Warning 7-day forecast.
Tonight, the remains of more Israeli hostages killed while in the custody of Hamas are back on Israeli soil. This comes after more than a dozen living hostages were released yesterday. Hundreds of Palestinian prisoners were also freed. Tonight's ceasefire is still holding, but President Donald Trump warned that Hamas must disarm as part of the deal or face consequences.
Today we're here to honor and remember a fearless warrior for liberty, beloved leader who galvanized
President Donald Trump, they're honoring the late conservative activist Charlie Kirk with the Presidential Medal of Freedom today. Kirk was shot and killed on September 10th during a speaking event at Utah Valley University. President Trump described Kirk as a, quote, true American hero who was way beyond his years. Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, was also in attendance. Tyler Robinson is accused in the shooting and is facing murder charges.
I'm Fletcher Macklin. The Pelicans preseason game tonight coming down to the final shot. Don't miss these highlights. Plus a revenge game preview as Tulane gets ready for Army this weekend.
Remaining Buick Envisions with advanced safety and driver assistance technology are going fast. Hurry, get yours today for $6,000 off MSRP plus 0.9% financing. $6,000 off and 0.9%. That's a scary deal. Now at CrownBuickGMC.com.
Attention homeowners, several parishes in South Louisiana are receiving funding to elevate homes to help reduce your flood risk and reduce insurance premiums. If you receive a notification that you qualify, Ruby on Elevation Insuring is here to help guide you through the process.
We want to make Louisiana and your home safe. Get your lifetime guarantee from companies that give for more than a lifetime. Ruby on Insuring Elevation. Call 269-9909.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Get 0% APR for 60 months or get $3,000 bonus cash on the Hyundai Tucson and Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Alka-Seltzer Plus Bold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz, feel better fast. No more need. Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
Thinking about letting the insurance company take care of you after your car wreck? Think again. I had over $30,000 in medical bills. The insurance company only offered to pay for 10. I don't let the insurance companies bully my clients. I needed to win. I got Gordon. Just call me. Get it done.
Ruby on Insuring Elevation. Call 269-9909.
It's no trick, it's our treat. The deal of the year on the truck. Get $17,000 off MSRP on the GMC Sierra with driver assistance and up to 14 camera views to help you navigate. That's right, $17,000 off Sierra now at Crown or CrownViewGMC.com.
Every morning, it's about helping you get up and go.
Giving you what you need to get ahead of the day.
Thanks for starting your day with us here.
WTSU News this morning. WTSU Sports is sponsored by Bayou Black Electric.
Everyone, I'm Fletcher Mackel. And while the Saints are sinking this season, on track for their worst campaign since the Hurricane Katrina year of 2005, the Pelicans could soar. 4 core players, Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, and Jordan Poole, all the same age, all with the same experience, all entering their prime. If not now for our city's NBA team, then when? Zion is the face of the franchise. He needs to stay healthy for this group to have any chance. Good news, he looks fantastic, seems locked in, and provided fans in Birmingham at tonight's preseason exhibition against the Houston Rockets with this highlight reel dunk. Big Z, 13 points in 23 minutes, all 5 Pell starters scored double figures. The Pelicans were actually down by as many as 17, but then rookie first-round draft pick Jeremiah Fears comes alive. Today is his 19th birthday, and he's going to remember it. Only 19 years old. He scores 14 in the fourth quarter. We're all tied. Aaron Holiday of Houston puts the Rockets up by 2. The Pelicans, one final shot. Fears, no fear, jacking up the potential game winner, but it's just off the mark. Nonetheless, a solid game against a team many consider a title contender. The final 1:30 to 1:28. The regular season starts in 8 days. Pelicans at Memphis to open the 82-game marathon season. Changing gears, let's talk football in a revenge game uptown this weekend. Sports reporter Kendall Duncan tells us more about Army at Tulane.
In recent years, Tulane has been consistently considered one of the best group of 5 teams in the country, and that's partly because of the Green Wave's dominance in their conference. In fact, Tulane has won 19 of their last 20 regular season American games. Despite that, the Green Wave have come up short in 2 consecutive American Championship games, the most recent coming at the hands of an Army team that visits Uptown this weekend. The Black Knights steamrolled the Wave in a game Tulane remembers all too well.
Army is ACC champion. Off the point that Coach Braddock has the picture of the coach out because we should have took pride in that. So now it's essentially a gift. We're coming with everything we have. It's going to be a bloody fight. We're coming with everything we have.
It'll be a challenge to avenge the loss against a well-disciplined Army team that controls the game, especially on the ground. The Black Knights rank second in the nation in rushing and take pride in methodically and slowly moving the ball.
It's hard to beat them in time of possession. It's hard to beat them in rushing yards. You know, when they're so committed to the run. You have to maximize your opportunities on offense. You can't. You know, last week's field goal fest won't win. When you get chances to score touchdowns, you got to score touchdowns. So they are. You know, you got to capitalize on any opportunity you get to either get off the field, extend the drive, score a touchdown, etc.
Going against this team a year ago, a handful of Tulane players have experience against an option team, while some, like St. Aug product Jahari Gardner, go back to high school experiences.
I can remember that week. Me and going into John Curtis at St. Aug, man, the coaches were truly on our butts. They were making sure that you were in your gap, you're doing your job. So we have to be disciplined, do our job, and be calculated on what we're doing. Because when you're just out there playing, you're not truly focused and understanding what's going on. That's how you make mistakes.
Saturday marks the 24th meeting between Tulane and Army. The Green Wave have won 4 of the last 5 matchups against the Black Knights. Reporting Uptown, Kendall Duncan, WDSU News.
All right, that's a look at sports. We'll be right back with your late night madcap.
Jimmy is co-hosting with Doja Cat. An interview with Drewski and a song scramble.
Balance new. Every new Matt Bowers Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. And now get 1.99 financing for 60 months on new 2026 Santa Fe.
Stop smart. Matt Bowers Hyundai. Flat out.
For the latest styles and trends in flooring, the Jim Owens Flooring Kitchen and Bath. Redwood flooring from Mohawk is waterproof, scratch-resistant, and highly durable. Get the beauty of wood without compromising quality. Jim Owens Flooring Kitchen and Bath.
They were ordinary people, just like you and me, who never expected to find themselves like this. But they found courage. They found grit, grace. They found strength in each other. And in their stories, we find strength within. The National World War II Museum. Find the extraordinary inside.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HB AT4X. Get 5.9% APR on 2025 GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings.
We are the faces you know, the leaders you expect. You deserve the best of what is provided locally. Strengthened by a national leader in cancer care. Advanced Cancer Care will treat you. Being home will restore you. Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Every new Matt Bowers Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. And now get 1.99 financing for 60 months on new 2026 Santa Fe.
Stop Smart, Bob Local, Matt Bowers Hyundai, Slidell.
Experience joy, the overwhelming relief after Miralax helps you go. Miralax works naturally with the water in your body. Miralax, free your gut to free your mood. For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mira Fiber.
Closed captioning on WDSU is sponsored by North Shore Toyota.
A North Shore woman is using her cancer battle to inspire others on this Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
When Verizonda Walker beat stage 3 cancer 3 years ago, she founded Hats, Hopes, and Hugs.
It's a nonprofit that makes care packages for women fighting cancer. It includes socks, lip balm, and a notebook with positive messages on it. The group just held a fundraiser, and yesterday they delivered hundreds of the packages to local cancer centers.
Unfortunately, Verizonda just got re-diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic cancer. This time, she's choosing a holistic treatment method and says she wants to encourage other women to have faith if they're battling breast cancer.
I want to wish her best of luck with her treatment.
All right, and delivering hope to others. We certainly appreciate that. That's going to do it for us at 10. We'll see you again at 4:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you can go to WDSU.com for the latest headlines. Have a good night.
Meet Marco. Marco opened a free checking account from Credit Human, which is free of monthly fees and balance requirements.
It's also free of stress.
That's right. Become a member today at credithuman.com.
An ATM would have crashed into me and I was hurt, so I put the wall back on.
Got $950,000. Did you ever think of a run with an ATM dealer? You could think of an insurance company too.
Fight back in the wall match.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR plus 3,100 total value on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $3,500 purchase allowance.
Being big for Halloween. I love cash back in day. Chase Freedom Unlimited.
Okay, now it's so.
Respect your game, dude.
That kid's got it.
Who's this?
It's racing season. Chase Freedom Unlimited. If you catch me. Chase. Big more for choose.
Hey, it brings us all together. Forward is insert side of the room. Building. Technology to get you and your whole crew to the game. Now get 2.9% financing plus $1,500 bonus cash on Ford Explorer. Only Southern quality Ford.
Whether you're hurt by a dump truck or a garbage truck or any kind of commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. And these are some of the big results I fought to get my clients. Just call me. Get it done. Call 800-8888.
Meet Daniel. Daniel opened a checking account with Credit Human, featuring no minimum balance, no monthly fees,
And no financial stress.
none. Become a member today at credithuman.com.
Tonight on The Tonight Show, Doja Cat is my top tonight.
Can you imagine what it would have been if DOJ said, a little insurrection, who really cares? That was a case that cried out for prosecution and the facts and the law bore it out. And that was, and so the question's not who talks louder or what Jim Jordan says. And the irony, of course, that makes it sort of double the gauntlet is Jordan also says, wisely, or Republicans do, that they are not weaponizing. And again, it's not hard. Look at the facts, look at the law, look at the commands from Donald Trump, prosecute my enemies, and it's straightforward. They are promoting a kind of collective amnesia, or want to, in the country, and it's a very straightforward point. His calm professionalism said it, but Laura, we all saw it. We know that wasn't weaponization, and it's been pretty clear that this is. And of course, we're going to take that up in the next few weeks.
Elliot, I want to turn to you because what he was describing was essentially people reverse engineering a result. Here is the goal I want. Now figure out the facts or the evidence I can use to get that conviction. You do see, of course, that Smith is being investigated over potential violations of the Act by the Office of Special Counsel. This is yet another person on the list of people that we know the president takes issue with.
Right.
When you hear about that reverse engineering and thinking about this, what is the likelihood that these could be successful with a jury pool that's obviously watching and a bench that is saying, I see you?
Yeah, who knows what ends up being successful, Laura? I mean, I think the problem, the problem that the president and his folks have created is that even cases that might be legitimate, they put a cloud over them by talking so much about how they want folks to get prosecuted. So if you take the investigation into Jim Comey, even if he's guilty, or John Bolton, who might be indicted in the coming days, even if he is guilty in all of them, the fact that the president and others in the administration have been so forthright about wanting those folks to be prosecuted taints the cases. And so
is it in short order as well? The timing, the back-to-back,
the timing and just the cumulative effect of all of them. I think Jack Smith was getting into some of that there's nothing wrong with prosecuting prominent people. If Tish James broke the law, if Jim Comey broke the law, fine, they should go to jail for it. But the fact that there does appear to be a thumb on the scale from the White House really, it makes it hard to take any of those cases seriously.
Let's play what actually Jack Smith had to say about the former FBI Director James Comey, who you know has been indicted. Harry, listen.
This latest prosecution of the former director of the FBI, there's a process to secure an indictment, but the career prosecutor. The apolitical prosecutors who analyzed this said there wasn't a case, and so they brought somebody in who had never been a criminal prosecutor on days' notice to secure an indictment the day before the statute. That leads to a lack of confidence.
What we see was complaining about too, Harry, is that they believe the case is going to be dismissed because if you have yes, you are a U.S. attorney well and looking very significant. They believe she has been unlawfully convicted, and they filed this notice of intent that they plan to make this particular argument. What would they need to prove specifically to be successful there?
Can I take a second? I just want to quickly say, as Elliot's point, attained to
Sure, Harry. One question I was asked.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let me go straight to Lindsay. Okay, what they have to prove is that after an interim appointment was completed, as it was, the person who was appointed, Lindsay Halligan, was not one of three things, and she really wasn't. It looks to me like a very solid case. Now, typically, if they prove it, and they say Alina Hava has the same problem as it's been found, but the question would be, what remedy?
can they go back and do it again. Here with Comey, though, they brought it specifically to the statute of limitations. If that was a phony signature, who the heck is she on that piece of paper? I think he's got to go free because they cannot assemble an indictment for someone as to whom the statute has left. So I think it's pretty strong.
Harry Elliott, more to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Still ahead tonight, the Pentagon press corps uniting in solidarity against Pete Hegseth's new controversial policy. One that my next guest says won't just be bad for reporters or the freedom press, but actually during free time.
Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind every time you fill up. Start earning real cash back. Download the free Upside app to get cash back on every gallon of gas you buy. It's that easy.
I don't understand how more people are not talking about Upside. It's a free app that literally gives you cash every time you get gas.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I just got cash back for changing the perk. Already made like $200 to $300.
So I thought it was too good to be true, but it's legit. I'm getting cash back every time I fill up my tank with Upside.
Download the free Upside app now to get cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code JOBS for an extra 25-cent a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code JOBS for a 25-cent a gallon bonus. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind every time you fill up. Start earning real cash back. Download the free Upside app to get cash back on every gallon of gas you buy. It's that easy.
I don't understand how more people are not talking about Upside. It's a free app that literally gives you cash every time you get gas.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I just got cash back for changing the perk. Already made like $200 to $300. So I thought it was too good to be true, but it's legit.
Hello.
Cash back every time I fill up my tank with Upside.
Download the free Upside app now to get cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code JOBS for an extra 25-cent a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code JOBS for a 25-cent a gallon bonus.
Don't you hate that dirty old hose? It kinks, splits, and it always leaks. And it's way too heavy to carry around. It's time to get the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead. Just turn on the water and watch it grow to a full-size hose. It stretches and expands like a rubber band. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot. But the new Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees. Just connect to the spigot and watch it pivot. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking back to a pocket-sized hose. And it makes it easy to carry and put away. Copperhead. It's the hose that grows and pivots, flexes, and sprays. It puts itself away for another day. The Pocket Hose is so unique and so innovative, it was awarded over 100 patents. Call or go online now to get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copperhead today for only $39.99. But wait, order right now and you'll receive an instant $10 discount. So it's only $29.99. And it gets better. Order right now and get our copper spray nozzle with our exclusive thumb drive free. Simply use your thumb to turn it on or off. And with 10 unique patterns, you'll have a setting for every job. A $30 value. Yours free with every 50-foot Copperhead. Plus, Copperhead comes with a full 10-year warranty. It's that durable. That means you can order right now with total confidence. But this special offer is not available in stores or on Amazon. So order right here, right now. And with rising costs, this may be your last chance at this low price. There is a strict limit of 3 per order. So don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-713-7310 or visit getcopperhead.com. So call 1-800-713-7310 or visit getcopperhead.com. Order now.
I'm Cecilia Dominguez in Buenos Aires, and this is CNN. You know, it's not every day you see networks like Fox News and Newsmax not only push back against the Trump White House, but also side with the very mainstream media they so often denounce. Well, tonight, nearly every major news organization, including CNN, is refusing to sign new rules set forth by Secretary Pete Hegseth, restricting what Pentagon journalists can actually report. Among those rules, requiring reporters to sign a pledge not to obtain or use any unauthorized material in their reporting, even if the information is unclassified. The Pentagon gave reporters an ultimatum: sign the rules today or surrender your badges tomorrow. And the president liked this plan so much, he suggested the White House press corps could be next.
We have an option here, as you know, the press years ago moved into the White House. It used to be across the street. We could move them. You're lucky I'm president, because we could move them very easily across the street. They used to be there. They would have more room. We have a beautiful, nice space. You could sit all by yourselves and have fun. Instead, you walk around the White House talking to anybody that can breathe.
Joining me now, opinion columnist for the New York Times, Nicholas Kristof. Nick, you heard Hegseth today. He tried to downplay the backlash to this policy. Listen how he defended it, though.
It used to be, Mr. President, the press can go anywhere, pretty much anywhere in the Pentagon. The most classified area in the world. Or also that if they sign on to the credentialing, they're not going to try to get soldiers to break the law by giving them classified information. So it's common sense stuff, Mr. President. We're trying to make sure national security is respected and we're a private policy.
He says common sense and a good policy, but what are the risks when the Pentagon tries to impose these kinds of restrictions on journalists?
Well, I mean, what Hegseth said is completely disingenuous. Reporters have not been allowed to go everywhere around the Pentagon. They certainly haven't been allowed to walk into classified briefings, into the tank, things like that. And the dispute isn't about publishing classified information. It's about publishing information that isn't in press releases. They essentially, Hegseth would like to restrict us to information that they want released in press releases. We just want to be stenographers. And it's particularly disingenuous coming from a guy like Hegseth, who was revealing classified information about strikes on Yemen in a signal message to his personal lawyer, to his wife, to his brother. So, look, this is bad for the public. We're hopefully able to provide some kind of oversight over a military budget that is almost $1 trillion. It is bad for reporters. I mean, it makes it harder to do our jobs. And, I think it's not going to be good for the administration.
Why?
Because, there's a reason that officials hang out with journalists, and it's not because they find us particularly charming, Laura. It's not because they bring transparency. I mean, present company accepted. But, it's because they want to shape what we write. And they think that by giving that access, they can put their fingerprints on the way we cover things. And, sometimes that's right. There are dangers for reporters as well about getting too close to people we cover. But, look, this is how we cover a lot of militaries around the world. This is how we cover the Russian military, the Chinese military. We don't have that access, but we still cover them. And we will continue to cover the U.S. military. And I think, we'll continue to get good stories. This protects Pete Hegseth, perhaps, but it doesn't. It's not good for the country. It's not good for the U.S. military.
The only network to sign on to these rules is the MAGA line, One America News. Fox News, Newsmax refused. You talk about this potentially backfiring on the administration. Is there a world where Hegseth reverses course?
I don't know. I mean, in a normal world, when you get that kind of feedback and your own former network is calling this a violation of principles of freedom of the press, you'd think they'd back off. But as you just noted a moment ago, now, President Trump seemed to think, oh, well, maybe this is a model for the White House. So, look, I can't predict what Pete Hegseth is going to do, whether he's going to make some compromise, but certainly it should be obvious that this isn't about protecting national secrets. What this is about is that Secretary Hegseth has very thin skin. He's pretty tough coverage about his management within the Pentagon. I think there are a lot of folks within the Pentagon, military folks, who are not political, but they think that he's a secretary who is kind of like a platoon officer. He's way down in the weeds, not really thinking about national strategy, and he has politicized the professionalism of the U.S. military in a way they find uncomfortable. And I think reporters will write about that.
Nick Kristof, thank you. Up next. It's the monumental case about to go before the Supreme Court tomorrow morning. This case could change American politics for generations to come, and I'll tell you all about it next.
There's this thing called age, and it sucks.
If you're over 50, imagine you could turn back the clock on your stiff, achy joints by years. Introducing InstaFlex Advanced.
On tour, I can't let sore joints hold me up, so I use InstaFlex Advanced. It's restored my joints without just temporarily masking my symptoms. When you can find a product that take that away, at this point you can live your life again, that is a miracle to me.
Get a complimentary sample of InstaFlex Advanced just by texting CLAIM to 215-215. InstaFlex Advanced targets the root cause of joint soreness and stiffness with a unique combination of 5 key natural ingredients found nowhere else. Key ingredients backed by 5 clinical studies.
I deliver mail, walking 2 to 3 miles a day, up and down hills, stairs. It was killing my knees. I found out about InstaFlex on television, so I tried it, and within 5 days, my knees felt better.
I had trouble with my shoulders, elbows, and knees. InstaFlex has turned back the clock a full decade for me.
InstaFlex Advanced is the #1 selling joint brand at GNC, but you can only get your complimentary sample by texting CLAIM to 215-215. Plus, text now, and we'll include a tube of InstaFlex pain cream absolutely free.
My knees feel better, my elbows feel better, my shoulders feel better. You can't beat that.
I got that spring right back in my step again. I would recommend this product to anyone with joint discomfort in your knees. It will change your life. It did for me.
InstaFlex Advanced is so powerful, I had better knees in just 1 week. You gotta try it.
InstaFlex Advanced is the #1 selling joint brand at GNC, but you can only get your complimentary sample by texting CLAIM to 215-215. Plus, text now, and we'll include a tube of InstaFlex pain cream for fast-acting relief in the pain of arthritis, backaches, and sore muscles absolutely free.
Inside Africa, see a continent in transformation as trailblazers evolve culture, technology, and industry. Across Africa and beyond, the sacred Mananche cedar, once the pride of Malawi's highest peak, is vanishing, but a battle to save it has begun.
If we are able to address community or human needs, we can restore conservation.
Inside Africa on CNN, in association with Zenith Bank.
Top of the stack. Climb up there and get the car.
For the people.
Introducing Blitz. Swipe to news and highlights. Now available on the ESPN.
Adidas being one of the biggest sporting brands in the world, and it's still it's an amazing story.
That's still a lot right there.
They want to be fun. Introducing Sports Center for you.
Once you're sure you're not following, bring it in. Okay, now bring the car to my driver. Should be obvious, but we need this car in good shape to get to Rishkovsky. It's meant to be priceless. And our hands can't replace the most wanted list is going to make him ineligible to make insurance claims. You understand? Look after it. Okay, looks like they're sending people out to the gas station. You need to drop these guys before you wreck cars. As is my step. Don't mind.
First of all,
I hope you're looking after his car. There's only so much damage we can cause to his work. It stains or burglars. They'll go under general wear and tear. Anything freaky is going to be a problem.
6 plus. Focus 1/3 black. It was plus. It was even then added a second guard back district. Then the state and this administration hired the state the Supreme Court. Why? They argued that these districting is a race which makes the Constitution. They put in Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act instead. They go for this that should be able to race. It elaborates a military impact or effect. For a very Supreme Court that over the years we get with the Voting Rights Act, we've done it that the force was that pre-legalization, and you could make those changes. Or it turned out that somebody was fighting by making sure that the Rights Act happens. So Leland, the director of the ACL, is going to tell Woodward of the litigation team. So
worried about taking damage. Now I'm worried about how many miles I'll have on the clock. Over the course of my drive right now, maybe one day you'll be able to do this. Head up some research projects. Bring that knowledge into the world. Release yourself. Tell me the day comes. Don't think about driving around like you own it. Okay? Pronto, people.
States are incredibly
Lead the cops to my drive.
state
Use them before you own the car.
Because we demonstrated entire litigation that the way the map was drawn district, and that's like their votes. And it was illegal for us to do the voting right now, which demonstrated that it's that interacted with to diminish the voting strength of black people so that they did not have an equal. This administration says that's essentially affirmative action, which is what you're supposed to say. Remediate certification. But with the decision, we are talking about remediate, but we have demonstrated certification. The way to eliminate discrimination isn't by but it's by recognizing it. Didn't go for this to Roberts though, but he thinks that the only way to paraphrase the rules and stuff is on race, it's not on race, which is being supported, and he has to be able to do so. What's your reaction to that? Let's say we all agree that we want to get to a place where election political office race doesn't matter in that. We're not there. We're not there. The parties we're going to say, well, this is about this relates to race, but me about the actual, party picture with that. Is that going over the influence? To be very, very clear, this case is not about it's about representation. And it is about whether we have considered minutes for Troy families
The station team have the schedule.
that they are given an equal chance to participate in our democracy. This case has come back before this court. They wanted to have more argument on this issue. How does that work with their respect? If anything, it's demonstrating that they're really engaged with the issue of we'll maybe know a little bit more tomorrow because they're announcing, but we're not going to see a long decade, including years ago, and the case where the Supreme Court and for me, that is still being sexually are the facts so different now that they're in the Voting Rights Act as possible basic information, or is that well, 2 years ago? And anything what we're seeing in Louisiana is very similar to what we saw in Alabama. It's not now because of Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is part of the Louisiana the stakes are very high. We're doing the Voting Rights Act in the DOJ. This argument is still there, and maybe some people are there. Thank you all for watching. Here's the 360 Reports next. Hello and welcome to our viewers joining us from all around the world. And we live in Washington. We're in a newsroom. With the release of the Gaza ceasefire comes the question. Donald Trump says phase 2 of the deal is underway, but what that means on the ground is anything but clear. The U.S. owes Argentina a lifeline, but is the $20 billion bailout enough to help its president's party win the midterm? A teenager steps up to take care of her younger sibling and shield them when the parents are taken by ICE right before their eyes. President Donald Trump said phase 2 of the ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas is now beginning, even as major talks remain. An attorney for says negotiations on critical next stages in the agreement are still ongoing. In a social media post, the U.S. president also said that Donald Trump takes long yet to release all of the hostages. When asked if it was not a deal, Trump said we'll find out if the shoot is born.
Sean Energy drinks and download software classics from a 40-year drive to Central America. You should really appreciate it. Get right on Central away.
So far, released just 8 of the 28 deceased hostages held in Gaza, sparking anger and anguish among families still waiting for the return of their loved ones. A convoy carrying the remains of 4 of the deceased hostages arrived in Tel Aviv at a forensic institute where identification procedures will take place. CNN's Jeremy Diamond is following all of these developments.
The bodies of 4 more hostages are now back on Israeli soil after Hamas handed them over to the Red Cross late Tuesday night. You can see in this video from inside of the Gaza Strip, these Red Cross vehicles arriving at some kind of Hamas building where the bodies were indeed handed over. This now makes 8 bodies total that Hamas has handed over to the Red Cross. From there, they were handed over to Israeli forces inside of the Gaza Strip and then made their way into Israel, where they will undergo forensic analysis at Israel's National Forensic Institute. The primary purpose of that, to confirm that the bodies are indeed those of the hostages that Hamas claims them to be. But despite the handover of these additional bodies, there are still 20 bodies being held by Hamas inside of Gaza, and that's why we've been seeing the families of some of these deceased hostages going public and making clear that the hostages is not over yet until all of those bodies are handed over, calling on the United States, calling on Israel to ensure that Hamas is held to its end of the bargain. We've heard from President Trump directly in a Truth Social post saying that while a big burden is lifted, the job is not done. He says the dead have not been returned as promised. Now, given the slow pace of Hamas handing over these bodies, the Israeli government seems to be planning to take action now. Israeli authorities informing the United Nations that aid shipments into the Gaza Strip will be reduced or delayed as a result of not all of the bodies having been handed over yet. In addition to that, Israel's security establishment recommending that Israel not open the Rafah crossing between Gaza and Egypt on Wednesday, as previously scheduled, seemingly in retaliation for Hamas not returning more bodies of hostages. And all of this is a reminder of how fragile this ceasefire is. And that's before we start talking about the next phases of this agreement, which we are told is currently being...
man, get away!
Those next parts of the agreement, of course, revolve around everything from Hamas disarming, Hamas handing over power in Gaza to the transitional authority, and of course the Israeli military withdrawing from the rest of the Gaza Strip. Ensuring that this ends the war in Gaza, as President Trump has said it is, actually sticks in the long term. Jeremy Dunn, CNN.
I'm joined now by H.K. Collier, a senior associate fellow at the Royal United Services for Defense Security Studies. Really appreciate you joining us. Let's start a little bit more big picture now that President Trump will likely trip to the Middle East in the near future. He is, as we know, hailing this moment as a historic dawn of the Middle East. But the reality is, Hamas is still armed. The Israeli military is still in Gaza, and Israel absolutely does not support a Palestinian state. So is this actually a new dawn?
Well, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be on the program. So this is the question. Could it be a new dawn? It could, but it would require a tremendous amount of effort from the United States to ensure that Israel would be willing to allow that new dawn to actually take place. You mentioned the IDF being present in Gaza. There's more.
Please.
Israel occupies the entirety of the Gaza Strip. It occupies East Jerusalem. It occupies the West Bank. It is all but annexed in large parts of the West Bank already. So there is no opportunity for going forward from this hostage prisoner exchange, let alone birthing a new dawn for the Middle East. I think this talk of a new dawn is very aspirational. I think it's a good aspiration to have, not simply with regards to Gaza, but with regards to the entirety of the occupied territory, to Syria, to Lebanon, to occupy and bomb territories belonging to the neighbors. But it would require a lot more effort and investment from the United States to ensure that the state of Israel actually allows for this to take place.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about phase 2 and what still remains aspirational, as you say. You know, this is essentially the parts that were so challenging for negotiators to figure out, but they were essentially set off to the side so a ceasefire deal could be reached. I mean, the question of how Gaza is going to be governed, it's such an impossibly vexing one. I mean, how does that even begin to get answered in your view?
So the issue with governing Gaza isn't actually a deeply complicated one. It's actually quite simple. If you want Hamas to be removed from power completely on the ground in Gaza, then you have to give Palestinians an alternative that is workable. And that only alternative which is workable is going to be the Palestinian Authority. The Palestinian Authority is the state of Palestine. So if you want to ensure that there's disarmament of Hamas, which I think is in everyone's best interest, if you want to ensure that there is reconstruction of Gaza, then you want to ensure that there is an external stabilization force that will be willing to return to Gaza, then all of that requires there to be a political horizon. You need to be able to say to the stabilization force and to the Palestinians more generally that at the end of this, there is recognition of the right to self-determination.
And we're seeing right now on the screen some of the images coming out of Gaza since this latest ceasefire began. We've seen pictures and images of families coming back to what used to be their homes and trying to process the fact that nothing is left. AJ, there is sort of this physical, economic rebuilding of the Strip. You were talking about just the physical building that needs to get done. And then there is, of course, the psychological recovery. I mean, how does a community that's been stripped of so much begin to do either of these things?
Well done. She's on the road.
It's an extraordinary situation. Incredibly horrible 2-year period. What an independent UN commission just recently, over the last month or so, assessed was genocide on the Gaza Strip has wrought an incredible human toll. Whether one agrees with the installation or not, it's irrelevant. It's so incredibly bad.
The White House refuted those accusations. But this is another example of how President Trump is trying to escalate the attacks against what his administration perceives as a national threat to the United States, and also escalate tension in the region. The Venezuelan government has condemned these attacks. Gustavo Valdez, CNN, Atlanta.
The Socialist Party is throwing a lifeline to the French Prime Minister. Coming up, the key concession that was made to keep his government hanging on by a thread.
Excellence on your journey to low tire.
How's it going, everybody? How are you doing? Good. My name is Ronnie Neville, and this is the Chopzilla. With all your chopping, your dicing, and your slicing, Grandma's got arthritis. She can't be doing that. I'll show you with a bit of an onion. Now, with an onion, pop them in there like so. Give them a bit of a tap. Roll them around. Onion, no more tears. Only tears of joy. If you want to do your stews, your soups. Now, I'm going to do this quick for you. Watch, look. But guys, you get the idea. It's nice. Fast, gets the job done, no messing around. Roll them around, watch, look, lift them up. Yeah. Walk in the room, in any place, whether it's walking with millions voices with me. Especially queer voices. Queer voices. And so, trans voices. And so because of that, I have to be like, no. Oprah used to always say, when I walk into rooms or walk into spaces, I come with 10,000. You come with 10,000. You come with the Marsha P. Johnsons. You come with the Langston Hughes. You come with all those people we talked about at the top of the show. Like, you come with those people. The Joseph Beams, the Bias Rustins. Like, you're going to be the person, one of those people that they're going to talk about.
Extremadamente sencilla, nada de lujos. Pero aquí estoy pagando mi condena. Aquí me la paso la mayoría del tiempo pensando.
Girl, fuck no.
Base that's just flip-flopped.
What's the matter?
I think we chose the wrong model. You have to look at this. Come here. Okay, forget this amazing space that's just flip-flopped. Let me take you into the bedroom. Now, they, of course, have my favorite shower, but this is the part that I'm amazed. Okay, you still have the closet space and all that. Come here. Oh, my word. This is an office. If you work on the road, this is like a dream come true. Plus, you still have the toy hall garage for the kids. Let's go check it out. Oh, one more thing, they still have the slide out storage. Okay? They still have the space where you can put the kids and they can work and do their homeschooling. And I love the L-shaped couch. You know this. The only thing is you have to give up the full bathroom, which is why we switched from the 3950 into the 3970. So if you're willing to do that, you gain the office space. And of course, you still have the deck. What do you think?
What's the matter?
I think we chose the wrong model. You have to look at this. Come here. Okay, forget this amazing space. It's just flip-flopped. Let me take you into the bedroom. Now, they, of course, okay, you still have the space where you can put the kids and they can work and do their homeschooling. And I love the L-shaped couch. You know this. The only thing is you have to give up the full bathroom, which is why we switched from the 3950 into the 3970. So if you're willing to do that, you gain the office space. And of course, you still have the deck. What do you think?
What's the matter?
I think we chose the wrong model. You have to look at this. Come here. Okay, forget the slide out storage. Okay, you still have the space where you can put the kids and they can work and do their homeschooling. And I love the L-shaped couch. You know this. The only thing is you have to give up the full bathroom, which is why we switched from the 3950 into the 3970. So if you're willing to do that, you gain the office space. And of course, you still have the deck. What do you think?
What's the matter?
I think we chose the wrong model. You have to look at this. Come here. Okay, forget this amazing space. It's just flip-flopped. Let me take you into the bedroom. Now, they, of course, have my favorite shower, but this is the part that I'm amazed. Okay, you still have the closet space and all that. This is an office. If you work on the road, this is like a dream come true. Plus, you still have the toy hall garage for the kids. Let's go check it out. Oh, one more thing. They still have the slide out storage. Okay? You still have the space where you can put the kids and they can work and do their homeschooling. And I love the L-shaped couch. You know this. The only thing is you have to give up the full bathroom, which is why we switched from the 3950 into the 3970. So if you're willing to do that, you gain the office space. And of course, you still have the deck.
Okay, last pomegranate here. I already know this is going to be a good one. Okay, this is my favorite part. This is retail price of $17 worth of organic pomegranate juice. And we squeezed roughly $15 worth of pomegranates here. So we're going to see how much we actually got. Okay. Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm going to get there. That's awesome. So I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't too much of a difference in price. Maybe $1 off. The only difference is this is very aesthetically pleasing. I've actually never had pomegranate juice before, so I'll give it a try. Oh my goodness, that's good. I've never.
say it's important to what the fuck are we doing on this earth, man? Every day, most of us wake up and go to a job that we really don't fucking like, but we can't really quit because we gotta get the money to pay the bills that they say it's important to pay. What the fuck is the point of this life, man? We go to grocery stores and buy food that God gave us for free. Why the fuck do we pay for life? Boy, that's just the way it is. Fuck you. I'm tired of all this. That's just the way it is. Bullshit. This whole fucking system is garbage. America ain't nothing but a big ass fucking plantation, man. A big ass fucking plantation. What the fuck are we doing here? There are days I don't want to be on this earth. I'm not saying I want to be around myself and nothing like that. But I'm tired, man. It's like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? To work till we 60, 70 years old? Most of us ain't gonna fucking live to see 50. But we gotta work to maybe retire. Man, fuck you and all that bullshit, man. I don't give a fuck about who president, left, right, and all this dumbass shit. I'm tired of this whole fucking game, man. It's a big ass game. It's a big ass charade. America is a fucking plantation. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it, man. This shit is exhausting. Like, I don't even want to look for another job. I'm gonna walk in there, they gonna ask me, why do you want this job? Bitch, because I need some fucking money to pay the bills that they tell me it's important to pay. Get the fuck out of here, man. What the fuck are we doing on this earth?
Oh. What?
Final stretch now. It's a two-horse race with two of you in each horse, the ass and the head. Horse 1 is going for the lawyers at City Hall. Horse 2 is on the business partner arrangement. Sound good? Get moving. Your target is Dima Popov. Did I mention he's paranoid? Well, yeah, he's really paranoid. No one hell employs as many bodyguards as he does, and I know some people who need serious protection. Maybe because I'm trying to kill them. I've given you pistols with suppressors to get the job done on the QT.
Say something.
All right, you're going in on a quiet
Say something.
state. Move slowly. Take out the guards and break down Popov when you get up close.
Hello?
It's not paranoia. It's being prepared, stupid. Maybe that's why I'm not the asshole in the jail. Huh? Yeah, okay.
If a guard sees you and sounds the alarm, Popov will run, and then you'll disappear, and he won't appear again anywhere we could possibly get to him, okay? So do it slow, do it quiet.
not paranoia. It's being prepared, stupid. Maybe that's why I'm not the asshole in the jail. Huh? Yeah, okay.
If a guard sees you and sounds the alarm, Popov will run, and then you'll disappear, and he won't appear again anywhere we could possibly get to him, okay? So do it slow, do it quiet, do it right, and if you don't, put him down quick when he starts running. Work together, work efficiently. Your target's running. Forget the guards and take him down. Team 1 took out the lawyers. Target is down. Get out of there now.
Alright, let's talk. Need any more? Stay strapped.
Seems to me the only machine used there was the vending machine. That was before and before. You know,
Hi. You coming over later tonight, honey? I've got a cute little teddy and a can of whipped cream with your name on it. Well, fine. I guess I'll just cruise the bowling alley then. Excuse me for what?
Oh, shit. Another bum, man. Yeah, the funny thing is, did Dream got in her head?
The
We need
inside
to step
track
over
features
to
the
take
top
a
fillies
leak.
and mares racing for glory. Come enjoy.
I hate driving an LS. Maybe the 1 hour to go 5 blocks on Haywick had something to do with it. I knew this wasn't LC, that everyone drives, but everyone at the same time? I'm gonna get a job in the video game biz so I can avoid rush hour. Gotta run. Job interview tomorrow and I don't want to be late.
1 tablespoon pellets, light brown sugar. There's your salt. Mix. A little bit of oil keeps the spices hydrated. Okay. 1.5 cups cold water. 400 degrees, 1.5 hours. They should be uber tender, but still intact on the bone. Reverse here, a couple minutes just to grab the shad. Transfer. You'll make barbecue sauce, is that right? Lower the lid, medium low heat. It's 5 minutes. That's it, baby. You're gonna love this. It's nice. 2.5 pounds pork. Evaporates. Loosen the membrane. Paper towel. Give you a good grip. 1.5 teaspoons paprika. 1 teaspoon.
Alright, I'm going to bed. Look at little gumbo. A little pot of gumbo. What you playing? I was playing GTA Online. Oh,